Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hi, Cassie. How are you doing? I'm not quite organized yet. Hi, Carla. And I've lost my legend under my feet. Elizabeth running a little late. She just showed up. I'm doing okay.
I'm always late to everything.
I'm doing okay. It could be better, but hopefully, some of it will get better tomorrow. Yeah. One.
I'm still itchy.
Are you? Cassie says hi.
Hi.
My big iPad that I normally keep up here to watch conversation, I went to turn it on. That's why I'm a little late. Hi, Jennifer.
I'm still in my work clothes.
How are you doing? I've got to figure out something here.
Yeah, we got to get our life together.
This isn't working. I'm going to start on a section down. Cover up that iPad. And put that there. As y'all can see, I'm almost finished. All I like is this bottom section.
And then the diamonds that my son dropped everywhere.
And then part of this. And then, yeah, I have to go back in and fill in where my diamonds are missing from where Sawyer dumped them out. So now I can put this pad. You turn it off. Think of Me is so pretty. I wanted that one so bad, but it's square. I swear, Diamond Art Club would make more money on their paintings if they did them in both. You know, because us round people, and there are us round people out there. There is y'all square people out there. And then there's the ones that do square and round. But there is a lot of Pacific people that do either square or round. And, you know, I know they pay somebody to hand chart these. But they're making enough money off of this to where, you know, hey, give us round, give us square.
You guys, I got a story to tell you.
Hi, Ginger. She's got a story.
I got a story. Okay. So, I don't know if y'all know this, but my husband, my kid's dad, he is from Lubbock, Texas, which is about 6 hours away from where we are. And his parents came up from Lubbock, Texas on their way to Plano, Texas, where my father-in-law has a doctor's appointment because he had back surgery in Plano. So we go to church with them in the morning, and then they are like, okay, we want to spend time with just you and the boys, so why don't we go to Chuck E. Cheese or something for dinner? And we were like, okay, that's fine. let's meet around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Okay, so we go to Chuck E. Cheese. They drop about $250, which I'm so grateful for because the boys had so much fun at Chuck E. Cheese. It was a blast. It was so fun. And then we stay the night with their dad again. And we're all laying down in bed. I'm cuddling up to my kids. I have one on each side of me. And I don't feel good. Like I'm freezing. But Malachi is like, you're hot. Like you are burning up. But I'm freezing. And then like my ear starts itching. And I start itching like my chest. And my ears itched really bad. And I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I need to go take a bath. Maybe I'll stop itching. I don't know what's wrong with me. I thought it was a mosquito bite. And so I go and I start running the bath and I'm getting undressed and I look in the mirror and I have a rash all on my face and my chest. And I'm like, holy crap. Because when I had my surgery, after my incision got infected, they said that if I broke out in a rash or fever, that I needed to go to the emergency room immediately because it could be something serious. So I put my clothes back on, or I call Malachi in there and I'm like, look, I have this rash. And he's like, what do you do? And I said, well, they told me to go to the emergency room. So I get dressed and I drive myself to the emergency room and I go and they're like, you have an allergic reaction. It's just hives. But for an allergic reaction or hives, they normally give steroids. And with my incision still healing from the infection, they didn't want to give me steroids because they didn't want to delay the healing process. So they gave me Benadryl and sent me on my way. The next day, that night, I could not sleep. I literally was up all night, maybe slept 20 or 30 minutes that whole night because I was itching so bad. I was in tears all night. And I kept thinking, I was like, I still got to go to work. Like, I can't miss. I'm still new. I cannot miss because I've had to deal with my incision stuff. I've already missed quite a bit. So I was like, no, did it freeze?
I don't know. Is anybody there?
Okay, it didn't freeze.
Okay.
I was like, I've been telling this story. Okay, so in the morning, I'm exhausted. And I'm like, okay, I was like, I can't go to work. There's no way. And this was before I looked in the mirror.
Mind you, she works at a pediatric office.
Yes, I work at a pediatric office with kids everywhere, like literally. And I'm like, I can't go to work like this. Like, I'm irritable. I'm crying. My legs are restless. I'm about ready to pull my hair out because it's driving me insane. And then I go into the bathroom and I look at my face and it is beet red. Like, it is red. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I took my shirt off and my chest is like, oh my gosh. It is so bad. I have this terrible rash everywhere. I'm crying. I'm shaking. I cannot deal with this. And so I sent a picture of it to the HR lady and she's like, okay, you have to put it in a group chat with this person, this person, and this person. I'm like, okay. Well, I forgot to do that. I forgot to put it in a group message to the lead nurse, the scheduling nurse, and the office manager. I forgot to do that. And so today when I walked in, I thought I was going to be tired, but everything's good. So yesterday I was like freaking out. I went and I don't have insurance right now. So I went and self-paid at my doctor's office and told them the situation with my incision and how it's still healing. And she was like, I think at this point, because when I was there, I was bawling. I couldn't sit down. I was like, I need help. Like, I need help. And she was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you the steroid because obviously that's more important right now. She said, because this is going to drive you insane. Because I saw it was actually my doctor's PA. And so I'm like, thank God. I'm like, can you do something for me right now in this moment? Like, give me a shot of steroid, something. Like, help me out. Help me. And she was like, well, if I give you a shot of steroid, that's going to be like $250 you're going to have to pay. And I look over at Malachi because he's with me, and he said, I don't have it. And so I'm bawling again, and I'm like, I just need help. And so I immediately go get my prescription. I called, as soon as I left, I called the pharmacy, and I'm like, how long is it going to take to get this filled? And he was like, it'll be done in about an hour. So I go home. I put oatmeal in coffee filters and took an oatmeal bath because I read online that could help. And while I was in the oatmeal bath, they texted me and said that my prescription was ready. And so I texted Malachi and was like, go get my prescription. I'm in the bath. By the time I got out of the bath, he was there with the prescription. And it said, take 3 throughout the day to help. And I took all 3 of them at once and some Benadryl because it was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. And then I went and laid down and was asleep for about an hour. I slept about an hour, and then Mom texted me and said that I had to come get the boys. But I am telling you,
That wasn't exactly. You told me that you could come get them, and I said if you're not here by 12:30 to call, that I would have them laid down, and then you wouldn't have to pick them up until after they woke up. And
yeah,
I didn't call you until they woke up.
yeah. But I took a bath, and by the time I was laying down, I was for about an hour. And y'all, I look really bad in this picture, but I'm going to try to show you guys how red my face was. Oh, God. I don't know if you can even see it through there. It's a really bad picture, but you can kind of see my chest. Can you see that in there, Mom?
It's just now showing you walking around to me.
I don't know if you can see that, but it was like beet red.
Yeah, you could see a little bit of it.
And I was just, and even this morning I woke up and my face was still kind of red, and I still have it on my arms a little bit. And I was like, when I got there, I was like, I told them, I was like, I don't know what it looks like to you guys, but to me it still kind of looks bad. And they were like, it's okay if any parents say anything about the rash, then we'll deal with it then. Because I was scared. I was like, these parents are going to see me caring for their children with a rash all over my body. Like, if I saw that, I would be questioning whether or not, like I wouldn't want somebody with a rash all over them taking care of my 8-day-old baby.
I wouldn't either.
So
I'd be like questioning somebody.
They thought it was an allergic reaction, but the only thing that I had done that I don't normally do was go to church and go to Chuck E. Cheese. That's it. I didn't eat anything new. I didn't wear anything different. I didn't put on any lotion or perfume. I didn't do anything new. So I think it could have just been stress hives. Because I've had that happen to me before whenever I was a teenager. I woke up and told my dad, I think I have chicken pox. And he said, get dressed and go to school. And I lifted up my shirt and said, Dad, I think I have chicken pox. He said, go lay down. So
she was a daddy's girl, so anything she said.
No, Mom, you took me to Dr. Phil's that day.
I'm sure I did. You still had your dad wrapped around your finger.
I did.
You still do.
I did. It might have been environmental. It could have been stress. I could have hugged somebody with a new perfume at church. Because the old ladies at church like to give you hugs. Which I love hugs. But it could have been anything. Somebody could have walked by me at Chuck E. Cheese and brushed up against me with some lotion or perfume or something, and it just didn't agree. There's plenty of things that could have happened between church and Chuck E. Cheese but you guys, I was so miserable. I'm still kind of itching today. I was walking around with an ice pack on my face at work because the ice pack helps.
I was gonna say something now, I forgot. Oh, guys,
I did get the steroid. Jennifer, I got the steroid.
my husband went and got a dog yesterday. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to help pick it out. I didn't even know he got it until my daughter texted me and said, Dad got a dog. So I don't know any information on it because I thought we were going to go pick out a dog together. I don't even know where he got it.
He was supposed to just go visit her. He was supposed to just go meet her. He didn't know for sure if he was going to get her.
And he got a female. Of course, he likes female pets, and I like male pets. I had female pets, and I just didn't like their...
How do you feel about that, Mom?
What?
How do you feel about him getting a new dog?
I'm okay with it. We were going to get one when I moved home anyway, but I thought we were going to pick it out together.
Okay, but she's cute.
She is cute, but she looks an awful lot like Sadie and Gus mixed. And
She
Sadie and
is.
Gus
She
mix.
is. Mom, she
Sadie
is a
and
border
Gus-
collie. She's a border collie Australian Shepherd mix.
My Gus, he died about a year ago.
2 years.
2 years. And he was an Australian mix, but we didn't know what he was mixed with. And she was a border collie, the one that we just had to put down. And so this dog looks like a mix between the two dogs that we had. She's a border collie. She doesn't even have a name yet.
Yeah, he was thinking I think he was going between Stevie and Gypsy. He was going between them two.
Stevie
Stevie Nicks.
is after Stevie Nicks because Stevie Nicks is his
Lover.
if you're a married couple and you have that list about
Fandom.
the fandom list of who you give your permission to sleep with, that's his dream.
Yeah.
Is to meet
Yeah. Stevie
and
Nicks.
date Stevie Nicks.
That's always. So. See, I put cortisone cream on and it didn't help. Yesterday, even after the steroid, like when the steroids ran out, I put aloe vera on, I did the oatmeal bath, I took another shower, and then I took a lavender and honey Epsom salt bath, and that didn't help either. So last night I was bad last night. Restless legs, and then my son woke me up tripping, freaking out. That was scary. We won't go into those ghost stories.
Just so you know, me and Elizabeth had a talk, and when y'all come in, I was interrupting her, and it was kind of rude on my part. So if I type in your name and stuff, that's the reason why, is because I don't want to interrupt her. But yeah, Yvonne, hi.
Who's on your list, Mom? Sorry, you're talking about you interrupting me.
My list is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Redneck. All the way, baby. All the way.
He was just in a plane wreck.
I know. It was sad. Yeah, Elizabeth's going to bring around the phone and show you the new dog. Yes, I will go be his nurse anytime he needs it.
Hey, I'm a nurse. I could do it. This is the puppy. We don't have a name for her yet. So if you know any girl dog names, let's hear them.
Oh, didn't really get a good look, but that's okay. They kind of get an idea. You had it like cockeyed.
No. It also, my phone was dark.
There you go. Yeah, there. That's a good look. This one's fine. This one's lagging.
Okay.
So, yeah. There she is.
Okay. So if you know any girl dog names, holla.
By next Tuesday, we should have a name.
I just asked him if he decided on a name, so we'll see.
How old is she?
She's a puppy.
Well, she's not a puppy like Gus was. Remember how small Gus was?
She's probably barely weaned. Like, she was probably weaned, and then because
She's awful big to just be weaned. Now I could see her being
she's
a couple
smaller.
months old.
She's smaller than Dad estimates 2 months, 2.5 months.
Okay,
Sky.
that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. The thing is, we have to come up with a name that we haven't already named our other pets or our past pets. You know, when you get to be in the 50s and 60s, you've had quite a few pets.
I don't like the name Raina.
Hi, Athena.
I know somebody by the name Raina, and we didn't.
Oh, Athena.
We didn't get along.
You were saying Athena. I thought Athena had come in, so I was saying hi to her.
That's Raina.
Raina?
Yeah. We had a Bella. My sister had a Bella pass away a couple months ago. I had a cat named Lucy once.
We had cats, Oscar and Felix.
And then I brought home a cat named Lucy, and she was wild, so I gave her back.
We had
Piper.
Piper's good.
No.
I like Piper and Phoebe.
No.
Piper and Phoebe from Charmed.
Paige or Prue. No.
I didn't like Prue. I didn't like that name. I don't like Prudence. But I love Piper and Paige. Dixie.
Delilah. Dad did say something about Dixie, too.
I like Dixie.
I like Dakota, but I don't think my dad would go for Dakota. I tried Chevy.
Chevy?
Yeah.
He's a big Chevy car person.
Favorite letter?
Yeah. Like P's. Just go through the alphabet. Or
Georgia. That reminds me of my niece's grandma. That's her name. She's a sweet lady. She is so sweet. Sophia. I like that.
Has he texted you back yet? I haven't talked to him, so.
She's Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix.
Like I said, I was kind of upset when I found out he got one because I thought we were going to pick out one together when I moved home. And with Sadie just dying, I figured he would want to kind of wait and give it time.
He was lonely.
Yeah.
He was lonely.
He's lonely.
He said that he gave her a bath earlier. And you know how Sadie, whenever she got a bath, she'd run around crazy in a sheet. And he said she did the same thing. He sent me a picture of it earlier with the blanket that the pound gave her.
The pound?
They gave Dad a full-size bed, a blanket, a bag of dog food, treats, balls, a collar, and a leash.
So he did get her from the pound.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he rescued her.
That was the one thing I wanted was a rescue.
Zola!
Zola!
Like Meredith Gray's daughter.
Text Dad with Zola. That is so pretty. I like
That's
Zola.
Meredith Gray's daughter.
Anybody a Grey Anatomy fan out there that knows what we're referring to? Go look up Australian girls' names.
I like the name Frankie.
Frankie?
Yeah, she's one of my favorite
For a
characters.
girl?
It's one of my favorite characters on Wentworth.
Merida?
Merida?
George Jett. I really like Zola. That's pretty. Pretty.
I like old school names like Scarlet. See, Charlotte's on there. I wanted to name one. If I had a girl, I was thinking Charlotte and Charlie for short. Charlotte, Amelia, Ava, Mia, Chloe, Zoe, Evie. That's my sister's dog name. And my bridesmaid, her name is Zoe. See, I like Scarlett and Vivian and Charlotte and those kind of names. Sophie, Emily, Ella, Matilda, Grace, Ruby, Isabella. See, Scarlett's on there. Zara, Evelyn,
Zahara?
Zara,
Zara.
Willow,
Is that Australian names?
yeah, Audrey. I like that name. Jasmine, that's my dog's name. Layla, Poppy. I love that name. Chiquita,
Chia.
Ellie. I like that name, Ellie.
Ellie or Ella?
Ellie. I like Ellie. Harriet.
Chiquita.
See, Frankie's on this list. So is Phoebe. Eleanor. See, I love that name.
I have a cousin that named her daughter Daisy, and I just love. I'm like Elizabeth. I love those old-fashioned
Penelope.
names now.
Penelope, Eloise, Heidi. I love Heidi. Aurora. I probably wouldn't name my kid Aurora, but I liked it. The Daisy's on here.
Did Dad text you back yet?
No. I don't know what he's doing.
He might be asleep. Probably
No,
at
he
home.
just texted me back because I told him to send me a good picture of her, and he sent that picture.
Oh.
Hello. I can't be on my phone too much. I'm gonna die. German girls' names? My dad's German. He might go for it. Well, we thought he was German until he did 23andMe. Turns out he's not as German as he thought. Please don't make me go.
He's probably playing with the dog. You're right.
Martha. Oh, that's Marsha. What? Marsha?
Marsha. That's from the Brady Bunch.
See, a lot of the names that are on the German list are the same ones that are on the Australian list. Lena.
I went to school with a girl named Lena.
Joanna.
What's
Clara.
Joanna?
Clara.
Clarabelle.
Michael Jensen's brother just had a daughter, and they named her Claire, and she is super cute.
Oh, I don't
Nellie.
know who you're talking about, but
Dude, I dated him. The one that was threatening to take my car.
yeah.
Frida. Ida. Greta.
See, and you have to
Greta.
think about. Yeah, we already had a Greta. You know, because you go to name a dog and
Oh
you
my
have to think
God.
of family names, and because you don't want to upset a family member. And
Helena. Or Josephine, but that's Becky's name.
I like Zola.
I love Zola. Colleen. Oh, I love that name. Merle.
Merle.
See, I read Anika, and it reminded me of Marcus Welch. Anita.
Aurora is your cat's name. That's pretty.
Aurora. Named her Cheyenne instead. That's kind of like the same thing.
He could call her
Arlen.
Chevy.
Annabelle.
Like I said, if we don't know it if he hasn't named her yet, then I'm sure by next Tuesday he will have made up his mind.
Valentina.
Valentina's pretty.
See, now I'm
But
thinking
we
of,
want to say some of these names for if you have a girl.
that's what I was just thinking. I was like, I'm thinking of baby names now, not dog names. Working and larking. Gotcha, Cindy B. Glad you're with us.
Hi, Cindy.
Fabian.
My other daughter was going to try to make it today, but she is a manager.
She's a store manager of an adult entertainment store.
And they got new registers today. And like I said, she's the manager, so she had to be there the whole time. She had to get training on it. She didn't even get lunch.
And she's
And so-
expecting lots of phone calls from her clerks tonight.
Yeah, so she said that, she was hungry. She wanted to go home and rest. I told her not to worry about it, that we'll be here live every Tuesday for a while. So hopefully she'll be able to make it next Tuesday. Maybe she'll pop in a little bit and say hi. Say names out loud.
To the dog. Let's see what she
Oh,
responds
yeah,
to.
see if she responds to any. Yeah.
I feel like I'm breaking out more.
Have you taken all your medicine today?
Yeah, I just took the
Because
prednisone.
you have a tendency not to take your medicine like you're supposed to.
I just took it when I got here.
Oh, okay. Well, you just took it.
You'll be proud of me though. I actually finished my whole antibiotic. See the pound.
10. That's cute.
See the pound named her Alicia,
Ugh.
and we were like, "No."
I mean, it's an okay name for a person, but I don't see it as being a
Well, we don't really know.
puppy's name.
We don't really know if it's Alicia or Alicia. Dad says Alicia. I think it's Alicia because it's spelled Alisha. And to me, it looks like Alicia,
That's Alicia.
not Alicia.
Well, it depends on what country you're from.
Well, me
Pronounce it.
and him are from the same country, and it's Alicia.
Like I said, I like the name Alicia, just not for a pet. Plus, there's Miss Coffee. That's her name.
Oh, really? Her name's Alicia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Not for a pet. Although I did name a dog of mine in high school after my best friend. Her name was Ginger. Was my best friend at the time. We had a big blowout fight my junior year, but
Ginger Rockwell. You live on Rockwell, right?
yeah.
So, funny story. Whenever that whole post was going around about your stripper name is the name of your first dog and the first street that you lived on, Megan said Ginger Rockwell. And the only reason why I knew your dog is Ginger is because I always remember that Megan's stripper name would be Ginger Rockwell because it's a good ass stripper name. Isn't that not something that you would feel like you'd go to a strip club and see Ginger Rockwell, you know? That's funny. I was reading a post about how somebody with an Airbnb, somebody who rented an Airbnb, found out that the people who owned the Airbnb had a dog because they texted her and said, Kevin might come in and try to sleep with you, but it's okay. He's friendly. And she was like, the girl responded, was like, excuse me? And they said, Kevin's my dog. And I thought that was funny. And people name their dogs and their animals like human names, like George, Kevin.
I like Ren 10. Reminds me of that Ricky Tibby Tabby, whatever that was. Kind of reminds me of that.
I hope you picked Zola.
Yours was Mindy Westfield. That's good.
My first dog's name was Ladybug,
Ladybug.
Boston Terrier, with Dewey. Yeah, because I was traumatized because one morning I woke up and said, "Where's my dog?" And Dad said I gave her away because you didn't take care of her. But he swears up and down that he told me that he was going to do that. But he never did. He just gave her away without telling me.
I don't remember even the dog. So,
She's a Boston Terrier.
well, that just shows you that I don't remember her.
You remember Dewey, right?
I remember Dewey, but you forget my memory comes and goes. I mean, tomorrow I might remember it, but as of right now, I don't remember your dog, Ladybug.
See, my stripper name would be Ladybug Astoria. It's not a very good stripper name.
Well, Ladybug is, just not Astoria. Rose, that's pretty.
Remind me of Titanic.
Champ Arlene. Champ Arlene.
Stripper name.
Yeah, show Rin Tin Tin. It was one of them childhood things that when you said Rin Tin Tin, you know, it reminded me of that.
Aurora Plumwood. That's funny.
That's a good one. What was it? Your first dog and the first
The
street?
name of your first animal and the street that you grew up on or whatever. First street. you
First
grew
one
up
I remember is Ginger. That's about as far as my memory goes back.
on. What about that Chihuahua that you ran over?
I don't even remember her name. Yes, people, I have run over a couple of our family pets. Not on purpose.
How many have you ran
Ugh.
over? I know 2 for sure.
Well, I ran over the Chihuahua and then I ran over Dad's cat. Dad's cat ran underneath the wheel.
That's so silly.
He got scared. He was half blind. He ran under me as I was backing up. And it's just heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. Especially when you forget about it and then you're reminded later that you did it and then you grieve all over again. That's the hard part. Because that's what happened with that cat. You know, I've told most of y'all that I had electric shock treatments and they have messed with a lot of my memories. And so when I ran over the cat, I knew I did it because this has just been a couple years ago. Not even a couple years ago. Maybe a year. Well, probably 2 years around Thanksgiving. But I'd run over her. I knew I'd done it at the time. But then I went down
You asked me.
with Elizabeth to Texas to her in-laws' house because I didn't want her driving down there by herself, and she didn't really want to drive down there by herself with 2 little boys. And when we got back to the house, he had a picture of the cat on like our memorial wall because there's a picture of our daughter and then a picture of my dog Gus. And I'm like, what happened to the cat? And he's like, don't worry about it. It's all said and done with. Don't worry about it. And I got upset and I'm like, what happened to the cat? Tell me. And he wouldn't tell me. And I'm like sitting there bawling because, you know, to me, I just found out the cat had died. And I had begged Elizabeth when we got out in the car for her to take me home. I was like, tell me what happened to the cat. And she finally told me, and I'm like, oh no. It's like just having to mourn her all over again. Bailey, that's cute. Buster's a good boy's name. I'm having vision problems tonight. I haven't even, if I had diamond painted the last 3 days, I would have been done or might have even been able to finish her up tonight during the live. But I have been in just so much pain the last 3 days. I drove in a car to Lawton. I visited with my son for like
4 hours.
4,
6.
try an hour waiting to see him, and then it was like close to 7.5 hours in this hard plastic chair for that long. And then the drive home, I was like crying. I was in so much pain. So I haven't even diamond painted in 3 days, and I was like really wanting to finish this up online, but now I don't want to save it until next Tuesday to finish, because me and I had her name just on my head. We're starting it because we're going to start the fairest of them all together. And I knew her name. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Who am I dating next? I don't date. I'm married. My dream dater? Let me see. Nowadays, my dream dater. I'd want to date somebody funny. Maybe one up and come comedian, or even an older comedian, as long as they're funny. Hell, I think I'd date Gallagher right now just to get a good laugh. Oh. Well, I won't have dates like that until I get to move back home, which y'all know I'm hoping will be pretty soon, but it keeps getting dragged out. So I don't know. I'm just, right now, my goal is to be home in the next 6-7 months. Oh, my diamond painting. Yeah, the fairest of them all by Diamond Art Club. Another Mandy piece. Of course. I'm trying to think.
Do you have a nail file?
Yeah. It's an online person. They were in chat last week, and we were talking about it beforehand, and then we confirmed it last week in chat that we were going to start it together. Because I'm going to re-kit Jessica Rabbit and put it in I'm going to put it in my extra set of Harbor Freight containers so I can get my craft mates back. Because the way my oldest daughter, she only diamond paints like at work. And so she's a slow diamond painter. I'm going to scoot this out for a minute, guys. And so, I want my lockables back, within the next year. And so I'm going to switch them out, and then I'm going to kit it up. But now, I'm babysitting the grandbabies right now. Elizabeth's kind of helping me out with some funds, so I'm babysitting the kids for her. And it's not in here. It's not in here. Hang on. I got one more place to look. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I can't kit up during the day now like I used to. So, one evening when I don't feel like diamond painting, I need to, get it out and switch it over. There won't be anything to switch it out. I can't find it. Let me look in my nail polish bag. Yeah, that might be a good place to look. My nail polish remover. Nail polish. Nail clippers aren't in here. There's. Them are my big nail clippers. Where are my small ones? Well, like I said, she works in retail, so and it's a large chain but a small company, so they don't stay busy a lot. So when she's got her stuff done and there's nobody in the store, she
There's
can diamond
downtime.
paint. Yeah, her downtime. No, that's all I got.
I just need an emery board. Oh, I don't need these.
I'll put them in here. I'll get that back out. Okay, I'm gonna scoot this back up to me, guys. Whoa, I don't want to make anybody dizzy.
Okay, $10.
I don't have it. I gotta use it for my prescriptions tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna make my computer payment.
That's like
When can you pay me back? Let's talk about this after we get off.
not this
Yeah.
Friday, next Friday.
Not too late. And I got to get my prescriptions tomorrow. You don't want me to wait on them.
Nope.
I thought so. So, what did everybody do over the weekend? Jennifer, it was nice for you to go live Friday night after you had planned on not going live. I enjoyed that. I won. See, y'all can tell me because I know there's at least 3 in here that was in chat. But whose live were we in when I won the $25 gift card at Michael's for the Oreo cookie mix? You know, we were all posting our things together and I was in chat and then I was just gone. I was like, got a message from Cassie and she's like, did you know you won? I'm like, no. So I'm like, yeah, this happened and I couldn't, I had to get off and, you know, it happened really quick. So I just left without saying goodbye or anything. And I didn't make it back into chat because I stayed in there with my mother. I'm like, yeah, I won the $25 gift card at Michael's. Woo, woo. Probably, well, she could work in her office or she could work on the front counter. I mean,
She doesn't really have an office. There's a back room, but for the most part, she's there by herself during the day, so she has to stay in the main area.
And it's not
behind
like
the counter.
Jessica's that provocative. I mean, you
She
know,
works at a
works-
freaking sex store.
She works at a sex toy store. So,
If somebody's offended by Jessica Rabbit, then they probably are in the wrong place.
but yeah, she works in her office or at the counter. You know, when nobody's in there. Like I said, that's why she diamond paints so slowly because she only does it at work. Because she's really big into Pokemon. You know, the phone.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Go that you have on your phone. I mean, she's so addicted to that game. She rode in a car
All the way to Chicago.
from Oklahoma to Chicago for a Pokemon convention. So she's really big into that. So when she gets home, she unwinds by Pokemon Go.
And now it's Harry Potter Unite.
Yeah, now it's Harry Potter Unite, but she still does Pokemon Go. So she's a gamer, and she diamond paints. But
My nail just came off, and now it's driving me nuts, and I have to take all of the other ones off.
don't just repolish it.
They're fake.
That's right.
They
You
need
have
to be
have-
done too. How much?
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, who was it? Was that Diamond Painters Beginners? Yeah, that's right. Odd but nice. Rebecca, that's right. Yeah, she said she's getting it in the mail for me, and I'm like, yay. I was telling my mom about it. She's like, there was something I needed at Michael's too, but I can't remember. And I'm like, well, maybe by the time I get my gift card and
You'll have your own money.
we can go to Michael's and you'll remember what you needed. She's like, that sounds like a plan. I'm like, cool. But now I need to think of things that I want to maybe look at getting at Michael's, because isn't it Wednesdays where they put out the 50% coupon? What day is that? Because I know it isn't it a specific date? Specific date that Michael's does the 50%, because that's the day I want to go. So, I can make 25 into 50. But I get the emails all the time, but I don't pay attention when I don't have the money. I just delete them. I don't even look at them because I don't even want to know. Well, I didn't. That'd be good for my mom. I'm not quite at that senior discount age. I don't know isn't it 60 or is it 55? I'm not quite 55. I'll be 52 this year. Next month, in fact, next month on the 27th, a month from today, is going to be my 52nd birthday. So I think after this year, I'm just going to start counting backwards. That way, when I hit 100, I'll be an infant again. And then I can start over in a new life. Be reincarnated and get to start over. You can use a coupon and then she gets an extra 10% off because of her being a senior. Yeah, Cassie, I'm just going to have to look at my emails once I get the gift card and tell mom, say, well, they're having a 50 off today. Today's the day we need to go. Like I said, if I don't have the money, I don't even open up the emails anymore because it just makes me mad that I want all this and I don't have the money for it. Now that they've cut my disability check. So that's another reason why I'm hoping to get home pretty soon, because now I've got like 4 unboxing videos I can do. I have like 2 Diamond Art Clubs that I've had probably for 6 months or longer. They started coming out with all the new ones, so I've been doing all the new unboxing. So I've got them to do. I've got a company has reached out to me, a new cover minder company on Facebook, sending me some cover minders. So I'm going to be doing a video on them when I get it in. But my videos aren't going to be, I'll probably be doing more post reviews than unboxings, for a while. A lot of it depends on, um, the monthly bills kind of change month to month because the electricity bill's different and, my phone bill's different. It depends on if I go over my time or not. And um, I'll have my computer paid off too. My computer had crashed, so I'd bought a computer last month. And so I've got uh, 5 more payments to make. I'll make another one on the first, and then I'll make another one, or that'll just be my second payment. And I have 4 payments after that. So when I get that paid off, then things will be better. But by then, I'm still hoping to be home to where, you know, guys, I'm going to go so crazy when I move home. From not being able to buy now until I get to go home. I mean, I'm still going to be able to buy. I'm just not going to be able to buy near as much, and probably not Diamond Art Club unless I do the Klarna thing and make it out in payments, every 2 weeks. So I can do that. But it's like when I get home, I am going to go on such a diamond painting shopping spree. It's not even going to be funny. I'll be doing unboxings for a year. That's how planned. I'm starting to make my list on AliExpress now. I've done a search on diamond painting stores on Google, and there's like 5 or 6 that's come up. I have seen a couple unboxings on a couple of the newer companies. I want to order from them and try them out myself. And I just plan on going crazy. And then if there's any new Diamond Art Clubs that I haven't gotten that I want, I'm going to get better. Life gets better with every decade. To me, Cindy, every decade my pain just gets worse and worse. I was a real athletic person growing up. As long as I can remember, I was always doing a sport, whether it be softball, basketball, volleyball, things really hard on your knees. I ran track. I did the long jump. I did the shot put. And, my knees have really taken a toll. And to the point where I have to have knee replacements now. And I've got the one on my right side it just constantly hurts me every day. And I just don't want to spend another decade hurting. So, see, I don't get them in the mail. I get them online. I get them in my email, but I don't get them in the mail. I couldn't tell you if I did or not, because if it's junk mail, I normally don't even look at it. I just throw it away. I'm not a hoarder. I throw everything away. That's one reason why I don't have a problem throwing my diamonds away. I don't like to store things. I get rid of it. Now I kind of regret a lot of things that I've given away through the years. I wished I'd have kept some of it. The LED magnifying glass, that would be pretty cool to get one for this thing and put on there to where I could just stick it in front of my face and not have a problem with it at all. Sorry, guys, I had to get a drink. I'll have to start paying attention about the mail, because with the first of the month coming, they're going to have certain sale items for the month, and then they're going to have their coupons come out. So I can plan this to where I can at least make $25. Y'all know what I mean. I can make 25 going to 50. I'm not big on the Michael's diamond paintings. I don't even know if they still carry them, but I'm not a diamond dot fan. I'm not keen on the pixelation part of it. I just don't like them. No offense to anybody else that does. We all have our own taste and what we like and what we don't like, and I bought one Diamond Dots. I didn't like the way it looked. So I probably should try it before I knock them. But I bought one. I didn't like the way it looked. And Megan, my older daughter, she's the one that got that painting and took it home. So I probably shouldn't say I don't like them since I haven't actually done one. I don't like the way they look prior to doing them. So that clears that up.
I almost messed up really bad at work today, and I just remembered.
What did you mess up on?
Almost messed up.
Your attitude.
No, vaccines.
Referring to Cindy's comment.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm so much more laid back now. Heidi Baker, go ahead and lurk away, and I'm going to let Elizabeth tell her story.
Okay. So, everybody knows vaccines save lives. If you're against vaccines, I'm not judging you, but my idea of vaccines is they're very much needed. I just want to make that disclaimer before I tell this story. So I just started, I've been at this pediatric office for my school internship. I've been there total about 2.5 months. Now, while I was in school, I had somebody, with me the whole time while I was pulling vaccines and giving vaccines. And I've just now recently got to the point where I can sign into the machine that dispenses the vaccines and draw them up and give them myself without needed supervision, because I'm pretty well aware of which vaccines go where, which vaccines at which age need to be given. So today I'm giving a 15-month-old shot, and one of the vaccines is Prevnar, which is a pneumococcal vaccine. And that's one that you have to draw up in its own syringe. It doesn't come in a already made syringe. You have to mix the powder with the solution and all of that. Well, I did that, and it was that particular vaccine I gave last, and right before I put it in her leg, I looked at it and I forgot to get the air bubbles out of the syringe and take it down to 0.5 mils. I almost injected this girl's vaccine with air in the tube and too much vaccination.
That's scary.
That is
Elizabeth.
terrifying. That's terrifying. I caught it though, because I knew something was up, because I was like, this plunger is too far up, and I noticed it, and I told the mom that I made that mistake. I did not keep it from her, because it took me a little longer to give the vaccine because I was fixing it. And she said, thank you for being honest with me. I would rather you be honest with me than try to hide it. She wasn't mad. She was glad that I caught the mistake and I was able to own up to it. But it scared me, and I didn't tell anybody that I worked with. I just told the mom.
Well, that's better than
yeah. I mean,
nothing.
if she was upset with me, I would have gone straight to the office manager and I would have told him myself. I would have gone straight there.
You saying it out loud to somebody is going to make you think about that next time when you go to draw the
Yeah.
shot.
And the next set of shots, I made sure to take my time and do it.
Take
Yeah.
the right steps.
Yes. And they expect me to make minor mistakes,
That's not minor.
but that's not minor. And I felt bad. And so what I did was I put Band-Aids over the injections that I had already given. I told the mom that I needed to get the air out of the syringe and that I was really sorry. And she was like, I would rather you correct your mistake than try to hide it and just go with it. And I was like, it won't happen again. She said, it's okay. It's okay.
So
But the little
scary.
girl wasn't even crying. Like, she didn't even cry for her shots. I think if the little girl was upset and crying and mad, I think it would have been a different scenario. But she was fine. The mom was fine. Everything was fine. And that was scary.
That was very scary.
Yeah. And what happened was we were super busy. And I was in a hurry, and I let that get me, and I won't let that happen again.
You're always super busy. For most of the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
You just need to put steps in your head to where when you do stuff, it just becomes automatic to you.
Yeah. I'll get there.
Okay. Draw, pull, plunge, air.
And you always give, like, everybody has their own way of pulling vaccines and which leg they give which vaccine in. And I pretty much got, because when you chart it, you have to put in the lot number of the vaccine that you gave, and then you have to say which leg you gave what vaccine in. That way, if there's a reaction, you know which vaccine it could be. So you have to put that in. So I always give the exact same vaccines in the same exact leg on every single patient. That way I know I don't ever have to think about it, because I know that, I know which leg I gave these vaccines in, and I don't have to rethink about it and second guess myself. Like on 1-year-olds, they get the MMR and varicella, which is a chicken pox, and measles, mumps, and rubella. I give those in opposite legs because they're both live vaccines. I'm more prone to adverse reactions. So I give those in separate legs. That way,
So, well, I've bought some Amazon diamond paintings. I've got some. I just haven't done them. But I think they're from 2 different companies. I've done the unboxing videos. I think after I finished Fairest of Them All, I still have Giselle to do. Plus, we don't know how much longer Diamond Art Club's going to be putting out the new paintings. But I think after I get Furthest of Them All done, I'm going to kick back and do some of my smaller diamond paintings. I've got I got a clock I want to do. I've got the little teddy bear nightlight that I want to do.
Is Snow White the fairest of them all?
Yeah. Who saw Jasmine this last week?
Oh my God. I am so upset.
I wanted that one so bad, and to find out it was square. The last 3 Mandy Manzano pieces they released have been square.
Jasmine is my all-time favorite Disney princess. My dog is named after her, and I'm mad.
I wanted her so bad.
We've been talking about getting a Jasmine painting forever, haven't we?
Yes.
And then she finally comes out with one.
And what I'm thinking about doing, because I've done like 2 or 3 small square diamond paintings, and I was okay with the small ones. So what I think I'm going to do is buy a couple more square diamond paintings that have, the bigger color blocking like I like, and do one and see how I am with it, and have two projects going on at the same time. Have my round going and then have the square going. That way, I can work on the square until I get frustrated, and then I can put it down and work on my rounds and thoroughly relax. And then if that works, then Jasmine's going to be the first big square diamond painting I buy.
Soulful brunch. we had to have it took me an hour the other day to give shots to an 11-year-old, and we ended up, we put numbing on him, which was just a placebo because it takes an hour for it to kick in, but we were trying to talk him into it, and finally the doctor, 4 nurses were holding him down, so 5 people were holding him down while I gave him his one shot. And then when it was all said and done, he was like, "Oh, that wasn't that bad."
That's me when I was 12. My mom took me in to have my injection done.
5 people to hold down this almost 6 foot tall 11-year-old.
It took 7 for me.
Yeah.
And then when they were done, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad." I think I hurt more from them holding me down than I did the actual shot.
Yeah.
Because I took off running. They had to catch me.
Yeah. I wasn't that bad. I didn't like shots, but I was never that bad, right?
No, you were never that bad. Hi, Rebecca. How are you doing? We were just talking about you. I was bragging about my $25 gift card that I won. Thanks to you. So how are you doing this evening?
We had some bad storms last night, y'all.
Our storms were so bad last night. There was probably around 15 schools closed across Oklahoma because of electricity,
There was
because of
over
flooding.
40,000 customers without electricity. That's not including businesses and schools. 40,000 in the state of Oklahoma.
And the bad thing is, Oklahoma City Public Schools closed their doors.
And they don't ever do that.
And they never close unless it's a snow day.
Yeah. It was so bad. So Brady, my oldest son, he cannot go to sleep without the TV playing because he's scared of the dark. And so when the electricity started flickering on and off, he was screaming. He said, "Mama, I'm scared. I want to go bye-bye. Mama, I'm scared. Let's go bye-bye." And the wind is like 60 to 80 miles an hour. It is pouring. And he's crying, "Mama, let's go bye-bye." He did not want to be there. He was so scared. And I couldn't calm him down by watching TV because anytime the electricity went off, the modem would restart. And we don't have cable in our room, so we just watch Netflix. So without the internet, we can't watch Netflix. And my phone was only on 13%, so I had it on the charger. And if we lost electricity, I needed every bit of battery juice I had left. So I didn't want him to watch on my phone because I was scared my phone was going to die and we were going to lose electricity. So it was crazy. And then we had a little mishap in the middle of the night.
Oh, y'all. Elizabeth, you got to tell them this story. This is so creepy of a story. I'm like freaking out. So I'll let Elizabeth tell the story.
Okay. I don't know if y'all believe in ghosts, spirits,
poltergeist,
anything of that nature. I don't know if you believe in it, but I am a firm believer. And I will tell you why. I won't go into my whole life story about it, but last night, Dad picked Gypsy.
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 We got a name.
But that reminds me of Gypsy Rose.
What's wrong with
Blanchard,
Tootsie?
the girl who killed her mom because she
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, last night, since you guys knew I broke out in those hives and I couldn't sleep, I was tossing and turning all night. About 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, I didn't tell you this, but I was laying in bed and I had my little Calm app going. It was playing like lullabies or whatever, trying to calm myself down. And I started hearing something. My dog wasn't in the room because she wouldn't get her butt off the couch, so I went to bed without her. And I started hearing like it almost sounded like an animal's nose, like rustling. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And I was kind of freaked out and I was like, it's probably just a mouse. Whatever. I mean, it scared me, but I was like, whatever. And I heard it a couple times and I kind of just blew it off because it was storming outside. I was probably just hearing things because I was freaking out. Whatever. And then a couple minutes after that, I'm laying, my youngest son is in between me and Brady, and I'm laying down and I'm almost asleep. Like, I was probably asleep for maybe 10 minutes, and it was like, finally, I'm asleep, and I was getting some good sleep, and all of a sudden, my youngest son starts screaming bloody murder. Like, I'm ear-piercing scream. So I jump up and I grab his arm to try to pick him up to calm him down, and I couldn't pick him up. Like, my arm, like, literally jerked off of his, like somebody was holding his face and his head down into the mattress. Like, somebody was literally pushing his head down into. So I grabbed him with both of my hands and I said, "Let go, you piece of shit." And then I was finally able to pick him up, and I grabbed him in my arms, and then I grabbed my other son, and I just held them and calmed Sawyer down. Brady was just mad because I woke him up, but I swear to you, something was holding my son down. Something was hurting my son. And after that, I turned the TV on because I needed a light. And I could not go back to sleep after that, y'all. Like, I was so scared. I was crying. Like, I couldn't believe what just happened. And that's not the first time something has happened to Sawyer. When he was about 5 or 6 months old, we were living in that house, in that same room, and something slapped him in the face. I have a picture of the red mark on his face. And then the night after he was slapped in the face, my other son, I woke up to him being pulled off the bed, and I grabbed him and yanked him up. And the next day I saged the house. And like I said, I don't know if y'all believe in that stuff, but there's a reason why I'm a firm believer, and that's just it.
After she burnt the sage, everything quit.
Everything's quit up until now.
So it's time for her to go through and resage the house again.
Yeah. That was pretty scary. My suitcases would have packed. If it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning I'm scared of waking my dad up in the middle of the night, I probably would have. But it was still storming outside. And they went right back to sleep after that. I was just like,
I wouldn't have been able to sleep.
I didn't. I mean, probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock is whenever I finally was able to relax enough. But I waited, and I sat up in there for about an hour and then got up and smoked a cigarette because I was like, I need to calm down. I mean, that scared me. Like, him being slapped in the face and my son being dragged off the bed, that scared me too. But last night, I felt like something was trying to suffocate my son. Cassie, do you care to share? You don't have to, but I love ghost stories. Spirit stories, they don't like being called ghosts. Oh, another thing is Brady, my oldest son, when my sister moved into her house that she's at now, he came in. He had never been out to the garage ever. We were in the living room and okay, that's fine. You don't have to. So the first time we were over there, we were there for probably about 45 minutes and Brady said, "There's a monster." And we were like, "What? Where? What do you mean?" And he said, "Monster over there." And he pointed to the area where the garage was and like up towards the ceiling. The stairs to the attic were in the garage. And we were like, "Where, Brady? Where's the monster?" He said, "Up the stairs over there." And we were like, "What the heck?" There was no way he could have known about those stairs because he had never been in the garage. And then I think the next time we were over there, he said something about Tommy. He said monster is Tommy. And we were like,
I told
what?
Elizabeth.
And every time we go over to my sister's house, he says monster Tommy. And last night, he said, before we went to bed, he said Tommy's name again, right before we went to bed. And I was like, about to look, like, do some research on, because our house where we live, the house was built on somebody's property who the house before ours was blown away by the May 3rd tornado of 99. And I'm curious to see who lived there in that house before it was torn down, to see if maybe they've died since then and they've come back to reclaim their property. I don't know. But I kind of want to figure out who this Tommy person is and what he wants with my kids.
I told Elizabeth, I said, he might see dead people. You know, I see dead people. You know, like
Sixth Sense.
the Sixth Sense. There are people out there that swear that they are psychics to the dead. And, you know, if you're a believer in that kind of stuff, then yes, there's people out there and that he might have that ability. You know, he's too young right now. It could, yeah. But, you know, there's always that possibility. Like I said, only if you believe. If you're not a believer, then you're not a believer.
There was the big tornado May 3rd of 1999 that our family was in. We had all of our stuff destroyed. We didn't have anything but the clothes on our backs, and all I had on was a shirt and underwear and sandals. My handicapped sister didn't have any of her medicine or food. She had a feeding tube. We didn't have any of that. I mean, we lost everything. That was in 99. And there was another big one. It was bigger than the one in 99 in 2013.
That one hit an elementary school and killed some teachers and students.
Killed a teacher and 4 students, I think. But before the tornado in 2013, the 99 tornado was the worst in history. But now it's
recorded.
Yeah.
In recorded history.
But now it's the tornado of 2013.
Yes, and we live in Tornado Valley. It's a valley, and it has something to do with the jet stream and how it flows. So we are literally in the middle of Tornado Valley.
It was all over the news.
National
news. Moore, Oklahoma tornado. I mean,
especially since you know, it hit an elementary school and students were killed. Since then, any new schools that are being replaced,
built out of full steel.
They're building them out of full steel. Plus, they're having safe rooms built.
Yeah, that elementary school has a full safe room.
That one was rebuilt. They put a big safe room in there.
And all of the, because it seems like once they start rebuilding and get to a good spot in their rebuild, another tornado just comes out and wipes it down. So I think they're finally getting smart and making the building sturdy.
At least they're making it more safe.
The only bad thing is that the house insurance in Moore, Oklahoma is a little bit higher than it is in Oklahoma City.
The tornadoes in Oklahoma have been known to be so bad that this last year, or 2018. No, it was this year. It was this year during the
tornado season.
We
have a tornado season, y'all.
They had actually had predicted this bad
year was supposed
tornado.
They said that this year's they were predicting it to be worse than the tornado in 2013, which is the worst tornado in recorded history.
Right. So that day, Oklahoma City schools closed, more public schools closed.
Y'all, my dad packed a bag. My dad. Okay. My dad's the one in the front yard with a lawn chair.
Watching.
He don't go down into that cellar until the windows are breaking. He don't care. He does not care.
And he had packed a bag this year.
He packed a bag because he was scared. He put a t-shirt on Sadie because the t-shirt seemed she was super anxious when it came to storms.
She's skittish. She was skittish
so
anyway.
Scared. So he put a t-shirt on Sadie because he had a feeling it was going to get crazy. He only did that when storms were going to be really, really, really bad. He is the cow that floats past Helen Hunt and Twister. You are absolutely right, Jennifer. But, I mean, everybody was prepared. I went and got Mom and Mimi. They came to the house. My sister was there. My sister's boyfriend and her boyfriend's 3 kids. My kids' dad. We had the neighbors. We had all of the neighbors' bags down in the cellar. We had snacks, bottles of water. I mean, we had all of our stuff down in the cellar. My dad had his bags down there. I mean, we were ready. And the storms did get pretty bad.
But it hit south of where they had predicted.
Yes. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I was a little upset that I packed a bag, and my dad was a little bit embarrassed that he packed a bag.
But it hit Norman, which is south of us. And if y'all don't know Norman is where Oklahoma University is. OU, home of the Sooners.
Mm-hmm.
Go Sooners, Boomer Sooner. It hit in that area, but it wasn't.
It was not.
It wasn't as bad as what they expected.
A couple broken windows or something.
And then it skipped over more and hit around the Capitol building and did some destruction on some businesses and a few houses up there, but it wasn't
near as bad as they predicted.
But that was that night. Like I said, they had predicted it the day before, and all the schools let out. And I don't even know if it rained that day.
Oh, it did. It stormed really bad because remember, I got you at 9:00 at night because the sirens were going off. Remember?
Yeah, but that was that night. It wasn't during the day.
Yeah.
During the day when they had closed school.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't even hardly rain.
I was asleep and everybody was blowing up my phones, and Malachi was there. And where were the boys? The boys were in Texas. No? Where were the boys?
They were there. No, they weren't,
No,
because you had taken out the car seats so me and Mom could get in.
I think they were in Texas. They might have been in Texas. I don't know. But, hello.
Hey, Roselle.
And you know what got me? Was after, the next day when all the storms had passed and everything we were in the clear, there was people really posting on Facebook so what happened to all of that bad weather we were supposed to get? All of these weathermen really like to hype people up for nothing to happen. And I'm like, what would have happened if they didn't hype it up and something happened? Then you would have been mad that you didn't have the coverage that you felt like you needed. And I'm like, would you rather them not cover it enough to where you're unaware and you're sitting in your living room when a tornado knocks you out. Like, I would rather be aware and hype it up too much as long as I'm prepared. Because we were not prepared in 99. Mom was on the toilet peeing when the window started breaking, okay? Like, we were not prepared. I didn't have pants on because the stupid guinea pig that I begged for peed on me.
In the bathtub.
In the bathtub that we were in when the tornado hit. Like, Mom put the guinea pig in the sink. Megan, my sister, was going to get me new pants. And she walked in the room. Mom sat down on the toilet after she put the guinea pig in there. The window started breaking. Megan came back in. Mom jumped into the toilet, or jumped into the bathtub, put the mattress over our head, and that was it. We were not prepared at all. So, for people to be mad that they hyped it up too much, I'm like, you really are something. Because they might not have been in that tornado, so they don't get it. Like me or Mom or everybody in my family, my immediate family, gets it. But I would rather them hype it up and everybody be prepared than not prepared. Because we didn't get our valuables. Mom lost her wedding dress, pictures.
My wedding ring, which was my husband's mom and dad's ring. The funny story that come out of that tornado story, and yes, there was something that come out funny. The guinea pig, after it peed, we had stuck it in the bathroom sink. And when I got up, I had put the toilet seat down and I put my purse on top of the toilet seat instead of bringing it into the tub with me, which I don't know why I didn't, but it was like...
The windows were breaking. You were more worried about getting us covered.
But I had put my purse on the toilet seat. So after the tornado came through and
we were out,
and my kids were safe and we'd settled down some, I went back down there to look for my purse because my mom and dad are Jehovah's Witnesses. So they had their Bible book study that night and they had given me a number to reach them at in case something happened. So I was looking for my purse, trying to find that number so I could call them and tell them, hey, everything's gone. I need you. Come get us. Looking for my purse, nearly sitting on top of my purse was that damn guinea pig.
Alive.
I
was so happy, y'all.
She wasn't upset that she just lost every toy. She was just happy that her guinea pig survived, which was cool that it survived.
Yeah.
But we would have never found that guinea pig if I had taken my purse into the tub. So.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Well, that's the only funny thing that we could say about that, about anything at that time. But you know, at least we have something to make light of a day that we literally lost everything.
I mean, that was 99, so I was 4 years old. I was 4. About to be 5.
She really didn't understand what was going on, but she knew she had her guinea pig.
I knew my guinea pig was there and I didn't have pants.
So, yeah, it was...
I don't know whatever happened with that.
He probably did, Jennifer.
I don't know. What do we do with that guinea pig after that?
I don't know. Didn't we give it away because
I don't know.
Because we moved in the apartments that we're living in now after, things settled down after a month or two. And they didn't allow pets at the time. So I think we gave it to a friend, one of Megan's friends.
And then we got Ozzy.
Yes, and then we got Ozzy. Illegally in the apartment. That was one of the reasons we had to move out, because we got caught.
The first time I got stung by a wasp was in these apartments. When the Tin Tower in New York, my brother was there. Oh, I would be going crazy if my sister did not call me for 3 days and something that detrimental happened. I would probably I would have a freaking heart attack.
I've been thinking the worst.
Oh,
yeah.
I would have, by that point, I would say, I would be like, my sister's dead. She would not go this long. I couldn't imagine.
Well, there's probably.
I could not imagine having to deal with that. Me and my sister are so close that I probably would have a heart attack and be in a mental hospital.
You think 3 days, though, there would have been some kind of phone around to call. Or were all the circuits were so busy of everybody trying to call everybody.
Hi, Crafting with Christy.
Hey, Christy. How are you doing?
Oh, I would have. Oh my God, I could not imagine
that. Yeah, 3 days. Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. In 99, they said if they had an F6 classification, it would have been F6 at the time.
And in 2013.
So in 2000, they changed the weather regulations, and that one was an F5 that hit 99. And then by the time the one in 2003 hit, they'd already changed it and added an F6, and that one was considered an F6.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is so crazy. Tornadoes are scary. Weather in general, I love the idea of weather.
She always wanted to be like a weather chaser.
Storm chaser.
I
love the idea of weather, and I was so into it before I had kids. Like, I would be sitting in the lawn chair right next to my dad.
Literally.
But I would at least have my bags packed. But I would be, it would drive Mom insane because everybody would be down in the cellar. The door would be shut, and me and Dad are up, not in the cellar. And then we'd open the door and run down like, it's here. And then nothing would happen. We'd go back up outside and wait. And we'd run back down like, it's here. No, it's not here. And then we'd go back up, and we would just do that through the entire storm. Just go up and down.
Yes, Christy, the one in 2013 was an F6. Yeah, it was.
My sister still has panic attacks whenever tornadoes come because of the tornado in 99.
We all have panic attacks now when
Not
the
me.
weather.
Just you and Megan.
Yeah, we suffer from. We have PTSD because of it.
They were, I was only 4, so I didn't really understand that much. I knew something bad happened, but I couldn't process it like they did. So.
But Oklahoma's known for its wacky weather. They'll predict no rain, and then 10 minutes later it can start raining. That's how
6 inches.
The weather in Oklahoma changes. Yeah. They'll call it for no rain, and then we'll get 6 inches of rain 10 minutes later. Somebody asked about the weather. You tell them how it is, and you say, now ask me again 10 minutes later. That's how unpredictable
It'll
it is.
Be 45 degrees in the morning, and you're bundled up in a jacket and hoodie and gloves and everything, and then by the time you get home from work, you're in shorts and a t-shirt, and you're sweating. Slept through the one in 2013 or the one in 2000 or 99? Degrees snow.
Wow.
Where are you? What state are you in, if you don't mind?
Jennifer. I think you said before. I think you said like Michigan or Massachusetts. One of them ends. 2013. West Michigan. See, I was right the second time. No, the first time. No, the second time. Oh, well. I was right on one of them.
Chickasha or by Chickasha. Yeah, it was right over there by Chickasha too.
That's about a 40-minute drive from here.
It
30
started.
if you get on the turnpike.
It started like on the east side of Chickasha and went from Dibble, Blanchard, all the way through until Midwest City, which is like 50 miles.
It never dissipated.
It just got
It
bigger.
was on the ground the whole time and just got bigger as it went along.
But it started right over there around Chickasha. You're in Austin, Texas. I love it in Austin. I went there one time to pick up a friend for the Pride Parade, and I drove all the way there, and she was like, "Sorry, I can't go." I was so mad.
Yeah.
If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It's too hot. It's too hot in Austin.
It was like my trip to Lawton that I took Sunday. It was like 50 degrees that morning because it had rained. And we had went inside, and when we came out, it was like 98 degrees. This girl rented a car to drive down there because her air conditioner went out, and I don't have a spare tire, and I wasn't driving from Moore, Oklahoma to Lawton, Oklahoma without a spare tire, and she didn't want to drive down there without an air conditioner. And we were talking, going down there was like, we could have drove your car. It's cool enough. And then coming out, it being so hot, she's like, I'm glad I rented the car. And I'm like, I'm glad you rented the car. But now that it's the end of August, things should start cooling off. We shouldn't have too many hot days left. But like I said, last night was a bad night for storms, that there was more than a dozen schools closed in the state of Oklahoma, one being Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City, they don't cancel school. Snow days and apparently now tornado days. You slept through it? Oh my goodness. I wonder if they had sirens going.
They probably did.
They probably did. He just slept through them too. That's kind of scary. Yeah, Cassie, you're getting hit hard too by the weather there in Arkansas, and
Yeah, I think you're getting everything tonight. Well, I don't know. Everything that we got last night, I think y'all got too, because it went straight that way.
She'd said earlier that they had gotten strong storms last night too.
Yeah.
It's 9:46, so we don't have very much on. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. But things have settled down. It didn't rain. Well, it kind of drizzled a little bit today. Enough to where the grandbabies were so good today. I had texted Elizabeth earlier in the day saying how good the boys were. They ate their breakfast real good and everything. Every time I go in the front room, because we stay in my bedroom because of my mom, every time we come out where I get them their chocolate milk or their juice or their breakfast or their lunch, they'll go out on our patio. It's a fenced-in patio, and there's a pole that connects with the top stairs patio.
Like the gutter.
Yeah, the gutter. And the oldest, Brady, he would get underneath that pole and let the water just rip all over himself. And then he was pushing his younger brother underneath there. Well, I had to get on to him for that because Sawyer was crying. He didn't want to get wet. So I had a flower pot back there. He learned he could get wetter if he put that flower pot underneath that drip and fill up and pour over his head. And he had did that to his brother, and his brother started crying. So after that, I made him. Yeah, I was done making their drinks, so we came back here into the bedroom. But it was nap time, and so I literally had to take their clothes off, to lay them, to change them, and to lay them down for a nap. And when they got up, their shirts were dry, but their pants weren't. They were heavier sweatpants, and then they had a t-shirt on. So their t-shirts had dried, so I put them on. But yeah, Brady loves water.
Yeah.
He loves water. He's a water bug. He loves swimming.
Sawyer likes taking baths. He just doesn't like water on his face.
Yes, everybody give hearts and to send prayers to everybody that's suffering from bad weather, having problems associated with that. The storms were so bad that there was homes lost last night. They were that bad. It wasn't a tornado or anything like that.
Edmond. No, there was a tornado on the ground in Edmond.
Okay, I knew that there were homes destroyed.
Ghosts.
People are still without electricity.
Yeah, people are going on tonight without electricity. People are having to stay in hotel rooms. DHS is doing a really cool thing where if I think they should be doing it for everybody, but they're doing it if you have food stamps and you don't have electricity, they're giving you extra food stamps for the month because
of all the food that you lose in the
Right.
refrigerator and the freezer.
Right. They were giving everybody like $100 or so extra, so they were able to replace at least some of the food just to get them by until they got their regular food stamps.
There was a house that caught fire during the storm because of a transformer.
Yeah. Lightning hit the transformer.
Lightning hit the transformer, and the pole went over and caused onto the house and caused the house to catch on fire, and their car caught on fire. And
one of the providers that I work with, she had a tree fall on her husband's car and completely totaled it.
ghost. Are we going back to talk ghosts, Rebecca? Do you have a ghost story to tell? Yeah, I'm just, even though there was destruction, at least nobody lost their lives in the storms, and stuff can be replaced. Lives can't. That sounded funny. Can't. I'm at the bottom section of this on my 310s, and it's like, so next week I don't know if I'll be started with Rebecca.
Hearts for people who suffer from ghosts. Please, heart, give me hearts. I need all of the love.
Rebecca, is it you that I'm starting The fairest of them all. Is it me and you that are doing that together? I swear I knew earlier who that was. And as soon as I went to talk about it, that name went right out of my head. But is it you, Rebecca, that we're doing fairest of them all together? Nope, not you. Maybe it's Diamond Art Addiction. No. Yeah, Diamond Art Addiction. Not you, Jennifer, but Diamond Art Addiction. Oh no, she was in here last week. I guess she wasn't able to make it. But I'm hoping to be done with this, have the post review out, and then started that one. But I don't want to start it until I know for sure that me and this person is starting together. But who knows? I still might be working on this next Tuesday. You know, you never know what's going to come up.
It just depends on when you get your diamonds too.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my diamonds from Diamond Art Club from where Sawyer got a hold of them and dumped them out. He dumped 6 colors, but going back today, I was 65, which is my number 3 symbol, which is right in this area. And I probably only need 100 of them, so I kind of feel bad about asking them to send all of them to me, but at the time, I was just so upset about them being dumped out. I just wanted to get them ordered from Diamond Art Club and sent out as soon as possible because I didn't want it to slow me down. But they should be here. You know, I'm expecting them at least tomorrow because I figured when they sent me the email saying that they were being mailed out, that I would have on Monday or Tuesday. So we'll just have to wait and see. But y'all know Diamond Art Club's good about that. Yes, Rosville, exactly. I think we all pray for each other's safety and well-being. There are no. Why isn't there no sneak peeks? There wasn't this last week, or was it the week before? Because they had the discount for the Diamond and Ruby members, which made me mad because again, I had no money. I still have one Klarna payment to make on the fairest of them all, and that's due like in 12 days. So I have that one to pay. But now that Elizabeth's working now and she's going to get paid every 2 weeks, I should get paid every 2 weeks. So I'd be able to make the Klarna payments because they're only like $16, $17 every 2 weeks.
You guys, so I figured out today through my work who I'm going to be, which provider I'm going to be working with. And her name is Elizabeth. So, Elizabeth and Elizabeth. She goes by Beth, I go by Liz. I just thought of that random thought.
Oh, it's Labor Day, right?
Already?
Labor Day this next weekend. That means this is going to be the last weekend the pool's open.
We haven't even done anything fun.
Well, you've taken the kids to the swim park quite a bit.
The splash pad. We're going to have to go again. We're going this weekend for sure.
It'll be the last. Well, they might stay open a couple weekends after that, but they'll be closed during the week.
I don't think so. Moore always closes on time. Which is going to stink because it's still going to be 200 degrees outside.
Well, that's good. Where did they move to? I heard that they had moved, but I never heard exactly where they had moved to. I'm on I've been on a no buy for the last 3 weeks. I did have one come in that I haven't done an unboxing on. But I'm kind of scared because of the way the package came. The company marked it fragile, but it was anybody who live in an apartment knows how small apartment mailboxes are. This was a 40 by 50 painting that was shoved into my mailbox. They didn't stick it in the big box in the back with the key. They shoved it into my tiny apartment mailbox. And so I was so upset at the packaging. I haven't done an unboxing yet.
The post office. Who was it painting through?
I don't even know. It was a fairly...
Oh,
I'll just give you a sneak peek of the box.
Oh my gosh.
This is the box and how it came. And I'm just like so ticked off about it. Oh, it come from China. I thought this was a different one. But see, they put fragile, handle with care.
Wow.
But this was shoved into my apartment mailbox.
I would be calling the post office, making a complaint. I would be making a complaint.
So I know it's going to be damaged. I mean, there's just no way. Now, who knows?
You're going to have to do the unboxing tomorrow or tonight because I am curious.
It could have been like that before my mailman did it because it did come from China. Y'all seen some of the packages that come from China. They're not the best. But at the same time.
It said fragile on it. China covered their butt. The post office didn't. The post office, if it was messed up when they got it and it said fragile, they should have delivered it to your door like, hey, this is how I got this package.
If it comes from the States, it would be one thing. But coming from China, there's so many post offices. And
what did you get from China?
It's a diamond painting. I don't know. I don't remember.
Something that you ordered off Wish 6 months ago?
No, it was off AliExpress.
Oh.
I just can't remember what it is, and I haven't bothered looking it up because I've been so upset about how the package was.
Do that unboxing tonight because I'm curious. I want to know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who.
Post an emoji, comment an emoji, and if Mom gets 15 emojis, she'll do an...
We don't have 15 people in chat. We only have 10 people in chat.
Oh.
And probably only 5, 6 people. Hi, Diamond Painted Dreamer. I didn't see you come in.
All right. 5 likes, and Mom will do an unboxing. A live unboxing. I'm sorry, 5 emojis. 5 people. She'll do a live unboxing. Probably not tonight. She can't do a live unboxing tonight.
No. It's 10 o'clock. She's going to have to go. I'm going to have to go take care of Mom. So,
well, I mean, we could do it real quick.
We could do it real quick if y'all really want me to do it.
I'm curious. I want you to do it.
Okay.
Let me put my diamonds up. We didn't even get 5, but I win, guys, because I'm the baby.
Let me grab my scissors.
Hang on. You want to put the desk down?
No. I've been shooting my videos with it up. Let me
try to see your straightener so I can put my diamonds up before you go all in.
Straighten up the box some. But the thing is, I don't have the information on how much it cost. Okay, I'm going to unbox it here, but then I'm going to put a video out and re-unbox it for people that don't do lives. Because I have more people.
This is an exclusive sneak peek, y'all.
Yeah, a sneak peek unboxing. Because y'all know there's more people that have watched. There's more people that watch my videos than come to live. And this is, like I said, pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, trying to get this up here a little higher so y'all can see. But not good. Not good. I mean, it's total. In the video, oh, it's from Diamond Express. Diamond Express. I thought I'd ordered it out of the States. Well, so far it don't look too bad. It doesn't look near as bad as what I thought it would. So far.
Just don't say what the image is.
I don't remember what the image is.
Well, don't say it. Save that for the video. Jennifer said, wait, take a picture of the box. Then you can show the USPS people.
Okay. Y'all see what it looks like. I'm not going to uncover
Let me
it.
see the picture. Oh, that's pretty. Wow.
But this might be a 40 by 30.
40 by,
It's a 40 by 40. I thought 40 by 40s were square though. But yeah, y'all can see how wrinkly bad front and back. It's going to have, y'all know by looking at that, is more than likely going to have some kind of river or bubbles. Something. We'll see. I'm not going to do the full look-see, but I'll show you a picture on the...
But you were going to hide the image until the video.
I was, but I'm giving them a sneak peek. It's a... kind of has color blocking in it.
Flower arrangement. It looks like
It's
a lot
got
of
a-
confetti to me.
Flower arrangement. I was hoping it didn't have a lot of confetti in it. But if the canvas is too bad, I'm glad I went ahead and waited. I'm sorry that I waited now. I guess when I get damaged products, I need to do an unboxing then and there. That way I'll know what it is, whether or not to contact the company or not. But I've only had it for less than a week, but close to a week. I've had it for close to 6 to 7 days. So the legend itself is, the symbols are, I'm going to have to use my magnifying glass.
Holy cow.
They're so dark. So at least I have time to contact the company to send me out another one. Or it wouldn't hurt my feelings for a full refund, but y'all know AliExpress 40 by 40, you know, didn't cost me a whole lot. You know, if it was a Diamond Art Club, it'd have been opened immediately and they would have been contacted. But, you know, 40 by 40 at Diamond Art Club, you pay a whole hell of a lot than you do at AliExpress.
I'm so sorry. People are coming in. People are just coming in.
Hey, Nick and Tina. If you need
Bye,
to leave,
Jennifer.
go ahead and leave.
Are you going to stay live?
You know, for a little bit, as long as people are still coming. Y'all want to stay live just a little bit longer?
I'll have to leave. I got to.
She's got babies. She
And I
has
got
to go
work
take
in the
care of them.
morning. All right.
Yeah, she's got
I
work.
had fun tonight, y'all.
Thank you, Jennifer. I had fun too. Yeah, we probably should go ahead and get off of here. I need to go check on my mom and everything else. That's why I only do about 2 hours. And y'all know that there's limited time and space available during the week now to even get a live in without, you know, stepping on somebody's toes.
Tuesday is our time. That is us. Nobody else. We claimed it.
Yeah, Cassie, if it wasn't for my mom, I could stay on longer, but
Yeah.
um, I get to move back home, then I can start maybe earlier, and it gives some people that
And
need to do stuff late in the evening or spend time with their husband can get a little time in, and then the ones that can't come in till later in the evening,
And
have time.
since we'd be living in the same house, I could just put the boys to sleep and then be good. Good to go.
It'll be me. Okay, cool, Rebecca. So we'll say our goodnight. Sorry, Nick and Tina. I go live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central Time. If you can make it, that would be great. I'm sorry to be getting off here now that
Now that you guys have shown up.
have shown up, but,
It's 10 o'clock here. I got to go home to my babies and get ready for work tomorrow. So.
yeah. She got to put them babies down before she can go down. And
I got to take a shower and then do my night routine. So.
I didn't get them to sleep till about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and they slept till 3:30. So
Oh, God.
she might have a little problem.
I might not go pick them up from your dad's.
Just leave them there.
Yeah.
But night, guys. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. I'll try to get that video out. Tomorrow sometime. Maybe I can get it shot tonight and get it out tomorrow. So, see each other next week.
Bye.
Bye.